So a lot of big news has been dropping this month on Sonic's next big adventure, Sonic Frontiers. I had made a small video showcasing my joy for just seeing the teaser trailer, but since then there's been reveal after reveal that has showcased so much more. What started as a game that practically ghosted the fans after the Game Awards is now once again talk of the town. For better, and for some people not so great. Personally, I'm ecstatic for the new game, especially from what's been shown so far. Though I won't completely let my guard down because, and this is nothing personal Little Blue, but you have had a rather bumpy career in the past. So unless the next big piece of news we get is a demo where I can see someone actively playing it, or play the game myself, I'm incredibly optimistic but realistically cautious at the same time. So, let's explore the reasons why I feel this way. Let's start at the beginning with the Game Awards, aka the game's first official reveal. I emphasized official because I remember that a very small clip was accidentally shown in a montage of Sonic's greatest adventures, and it showed like a few seconds of that 20-second running teaser we got early on. But after those incredibly short glimpses of this game, news about its development practically vanished. Until literally the start of June, there was 6 months of silence and the same rehashed article quote, open zone gameplay whenever a person remembered its existence. But now that we have 3 full trailers, a lot has been revealed, and the response has been, yeah, the usual for the fan base. You got fans like me that are rather optimistic for the game, but aren't entirely blind to the issues and necessary polish the game still needs. Then there's the more keeping it real fans who go on rants, exploiting every flaw the trailers show without holding back. But the common consensus that both sides have, I believe, is that we want the best for this game, and Sonic as a whole. And as someone who has played the previous mainline Sonic game, Sonic Forces, multiple times might I add, we certainly do not want any form of repeats. Doesn't help the case when the model is similar and runs around in the exact same fashion to this open world forest. However, it could be a reusing of assets, or they are giving the model a second chance to redeem itself in a more polished way. The answer to that is still unknown at the moment, but let's not stress further about that. Instead, I'll run down all of my positive thoughts on the game before getting into what I personally see wrong with it, that even my overly hopeful eyes can't protect me from noticing. Firstly, this vast open playground of an island looks gorgeous. The plant life is incredibly vibrant, the ambient music is so peaceful. These mysterious ancient temples and relics are aesthetically pleasing, and being able to traverse the world at such a grand scale is jaw-dropping to say the least. So as far as the atmosphere and presentation of the game, Sonic Frontiers is shaping up rather well. Second, the new combat system in play looks satisfying to execute, plus it looks flashy and exciting enough to be engaging as well, so each fight doesn't feel repetitive and strategies of attack can be implemented. The special move like the sporadic kick projectile attack gives me slight Sonic Wind vibes from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Not only that, but this new cybernetic wind-based skill Sonic has now brings the tornado attack from Heroes back in a new way. So I'm happy to see the amount of new ideas being presented, while also not straying too far away from moves that would otherwise be impossible for Sonic to pull off. Speaking of Sonic, and I'm aware of how minor this is going to sound, but the return of his idle animations was something I got a little too excited to see in the game. Because Forces had absolutely no idle movement for modern Sonic and instead gave them to the custom hero in classic Sonic,
who still should never have been in the game, might I add.
Seeing Sonic so much as looking around his surroundings made me excited for its inclusion. But to get back to more pressing matters, the level of control you seem to have with Sonic gives me the impression that he's not as tank-like with his movements, and the obnoxious sudden acceleration feature is nowhere to be seen. Instead, he's got a decent normal running speed and the boost feature makes a return, but seems to have a lot less restriction in movement. And I know he had the sidestep in Forces, but after playing Sonic Colors Ultimate and got to witness how poorly they translated Wii controls over to modern consoles, I'm glad to see it be put to good use here. One other positive before I go into my criticisms I have for the game that I'll only briefly mention because otherwise a rant will surely brew. The utter lack of wisps in this game was such a relief, you have no idea. But like I said, that's all I'm going to say on that matter. because I can go into a whole other video on why I don't like their inclusion in recent Sonic games. But let's discuss Sonic Frontiers critiques. Also, side note, upon recording this, other pieces of news and game progress updates like the hands-on impression from IGN and footage of the most recent demo at Summer Game Fest came out that put some of my concerns at ease. But let's just mention the few that I had anyway. To do a bit of backtracking, I am pleased with the visuals of this game, though the sudden instances of platforms popping in and out of frame is distracting to say the least. I fully understand that this is a work in progress build, but the issue is still worth mentioning unless it proves to have importance later on. Also, the combat looks great, but I really hope it doesn't boil down to mindless button mashing to make combos activate. Also, if like a few more frames of animation were added to Sonic and the enemies he fights were added, I think it would feel more fluid and lively in some areas. And speaking of lively, I'm not asking for an overly populated landscape, but giving the islands plenty of things to do and interact with would be awesome to avoid the spaces feeling empty. However, I feel as though the game is headed in a good direction regardless. And that just about covers my thoughts for this game. Usually with Sonic games, there's a feeling of great concern hovering over the fanbase because though we all want different things for the franchise, at the end of the day, we just want a fun and exciting game to enjoy, and one that has plenty of replayability and polish. And this whole month of Sonic news is looking more and more like that one glimmer of hope that fans have wanted. Maybe not so much initially, but I feel as though Sega is really listening to fans as far as wanting the best for the Blue Bar, and want to celebrate everything he's done the best way they can. I mean, come on, it's the same fan base that helped make this turn into this with feedback alone. So obviously they care what the audience has to say, and so far, it seems to be benefiting from them. With that said, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. This might be one of the few times I discuss a popular topic that constantly is getting updated, because writing a script around this was tiring to say the least. The next time this game gets mentioned in video form, I'll be streaming it once it's released or if a demo becomes public to consoles. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and comment, and subscribe for more content. It really means a lot. Also follow my other social medias in the description below. This has been Project Happiness X, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace, love, and dove, and have a blessed day.